If you want to start creating your branding in the most efficient way, having a mood board can be an amazing tool to guide you along this journey. This is the second episode of my new mini-series, Branding for E-commerce Businesses. If you haven't seen the first one, you can find it up here or in the description below, and as more episodes come out, I will leave them in the description as well. A mood board is basically a digital or physical collage of images, color, text, materials, and really anything that can help you represent the final desired style. I know that starting a mood board with a blank page can sound daunting, so that's why we are starting with a Pinterest board first. Whenever I start working with a new client, the first thing that I ask them to do is create a Pinterest board with all the inspiration that they have. And that's what I want you to do today. Having a Pinterest board before we take on the task of creating our mood board can not only make the process so much faster and easier, but it also helps us gain more clarity about our desired style even before starting the actual work. The most important thing is that you don't limit yourself. Inspiration can come from a lot of different places, so if you see images, text, branding things, fonts, anything that can spark some inspiration for your brand, add them to your Pinterest board. This instance of the process is not meant to be rigid or final, so this is your opportunity to really play and have fun adding inspiration to your board. I recently made this Pinterest board for a passion project I'm creating, and as you can see here, it has a bit of everything. We have photography, colors, branding ideas, illustrations, quotes, and anything that felt right for the project. Once you create the board and you have everything in there, you can step back a little bit and then come back and see if any of those images are not resonating as much and keep those that are really important for you. The way I describe a good Pinterest board is having different sources of inspiration. For example, photography, branding elements such as logos, typography, colors, color palettes, graphics, or any type of art or decor. Having all these different elements will create a more dynamic board and it will better express the vibe that you're going for. Once we have our Pinterest board, we can then move on and create our mood board. The mood board is basically like a condensed version of the Pinterest board, and we will use the most essential photos and images that we have. Right now, I'm using a very simple template I have on Canva. I'll have the link below if you want to use it, or if you want, you can create your own. Basically, I'm creating a collage with all of these different images, so I have them all in Canva in one place. You can use between 6 to 9, so make sure that you're not using too many. Things to have on the lookout if you're creating your mood board. We want to start seeing a pattern of colors here. Make sure that the colors in your images intuitively make sense together. Are there any colors or textures repeated in your images? Keep those in mind for later. If your mood board feels too cluttered, you should go back to your Pinterest board and choose some images with more blank space. Is your mood board reflecting what you had in mind when you started this process? If not, is it because you are now more clear about what you're looking for, or because you're not sure the direction that you're going? If you're at this point and you're still not sure about where you want to go with your branding, maybe go back in this mini-series and revisit some of the concepts that we talked about, and then come back and see if inspiration strikes again. I know it can be hard to narrow down our ideas, but remember that this is not set in stone. If by the end of this exercise you're not very happy with your mood board, you can always go back to the start and try again. I would say just don't overthink it too much. Your mood board should look something like this when you're done. You can add here some color samples, even words that inspire you, and feel free to mix it up as you want. In the next episode, we're going to be focusing on color palettes, so in case that has already gone live, I will leave it in the description or up here. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.